What's up, AyerMax? We are back with another video. This time we're going to cover the worst sports fan bases. That's right, 1 through 10. We're going to give you our top 10 of the worst fan bases. Hate them, don't want to be around them. Everyone has these sports fans, or
they know fans of these teams.
Yeah, they're just everywhere. Obnoxious.
This is the companion piece to the best sports fans. So, like we did for that one, we had 3 criteria that we ranked all these things on. How annoying these fans are, how much of a bandwagon the team and the sports fans are, and just how loyal they are. So we ranked them all on a scale of 1 through 5, added them all up. That's how we got this list.
And just like last time, this is a bulletproof list. It is as perfect as you can get it. It's science.
It's numbers, and numbers don't lie.
Yeah, it's like rocket science, I think. So
let's jump right in.
Yeah, all right.
Number 10 on the list of worst sports fan bases, Utah Jazz.
Now, yeah, this one, a lot of you are like, what? Like, the Jazz? Really? Well, yeah, there's been some instances, mainly with Russell Westbrook.
This is really just based off that one fan who is saying racial and disrespectful things to Russ.
Well, I mean, there's been plenty of other stuff, but the main thing that put him up here, that put him over the edge, was really that.
They cracked the top 10. Not a great list to be in. Number 9, and I gotta be honest, I thought they'd be a little higher.
So did I.
Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
America's team.
So everyone knows the Cowboys fans. Everyone's seen them. They're living in the past a little bit with all their... They're kind of like the Yankees living in the past, but... Yeah, I mean, it's the Cowboys.
People jumped on this bandwagon in the 90s with Aikman and Michael Irvin and all those guys when they were winning, and then they just kind of stuck with them. Also,
and they gave birth to kids who are now Cowboys fans and just as annoying.
Everything, like, they picked apart Tony Romo.
Yeah, anything Romo did, they would get on him about. Which,
one little mistake. This guy was a good quarterback, and then they just crapped all over him.
You fumble one...
important snap.
Yeah, one important snap, and now you're a terrible quarterback.
Now you get labeled a choke artist. Tony Romo the choke artist, even though he ended up throwing for 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns every year. Not good enough for them.
All right. Number 8, the Steelers.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Now, this is another team I feel like people fell in love with because of who they were, and now they're just holding on to that. Maybe it's just us because like we live in Maryland, so we get a lot of the Ravens fans and a lot of Steelers fans mixed in, and we know how annoying they can really be. So
if you're out somewhere and you see a Steelers fan, run, because
yeah, you're just like, oh, I'm not dealing with them.
If you're not a Steelers fan and they will heckle you and taunt you, and they got their stupid terrible towels waving. They covered for Big Ben for all his sexual assault allegations. Just swept that under the rug. It's no big deal.
Hey, you win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, exactly. To just forget about the fact that Big Ben's a scumbag. And so that, for all those reasons, that is why the Steelers are the eighth seed. Number 7, Boston Red Sox. Yeah, Boston Red Sox, since 2004, have won 4 World Series, and since then, their fans will not stop talking about it.
And this is kind of a Boston thing in general. Boston, you have had too much success. You're a title town right now, and it's ridiculous. From the Bruins, Patriots, Celtics, now the Red Sox, it's ridiculous. You win too much. You're too entitled at the moment.
The fans are very arrogant,
especially the young fans.
Young fans, especially because
they don't know losing.
They've only grown up around winning.
Yeah.
But no, when the team itself, they can buy whatever player they want. Money's of no object for the Red Sox, so you can go out and sign a big free agent like it's nothing, and then the fans rub it in your face.
Yeah.
Rub it in your face, and then the Boston media is rough. The fans are always picking apart guys. Like they killed Pablo Sandoval when he was there, just ripped him apart.
The fans are pretty rough. I will give you that. I spent a little bit of time up in that area, and they do not play around.
They just shred people, and it's for that reason they are number 7. And then the companion to number 7 is number 6, Boston again, New England Patriots.
Yeah. Look, I don't know how many times I've heard Patriots fans saying, "Yeah, I really like Brady. That's when I started liking him." Oh, so when they got good, that's when you started liking them. Okay.
Well, if you think about it, before Tom Brady got there, and in like the 80s, I think, 80s and 90s, they were like the lovable losers. They never won anything. They were good-ish, but like they weren't great. And then once you win 6 Super Bowls, I should say.
Yeah.
You got the people just shouting all about Tom Brady 24/7.
On the hot take hotline tomorrow, you'll hear it. Brady's got to retire, put in Garoppolo, trade him. I want Tom Brady forever.
And that's another thing. Look, I think Brady's a great quarterback. I love watching him play. I hope he plays for another few years just so I can keep witnessing greatness. But, like, guys, shut up about Brady. We know he's great. You don't need to remind us every 10 seconds.
They rub it in every single day.
Yeah.
So, it's for that reason the Patriots are number 6. Number 5, Duke basketball fans.
Which, thanks to Zion, they probably came down on the list a little bit. Because everyone loves Zion, but he not enough to make up for the rest of Duke.
They think Coach K is some sort of god. It's all that winning. Actually, they haven't done a ton of winning.
No, the whole one and done era is kind of really messed up, like Duke and Kentucky and all them.
It's just they are the villains of college basketball, and their fans have taken on that role and embraced it. They kind of like the fact that everybody hates them. I don't know why. They just kind of feed off of the hatred.
Evil empire.
Yeah, it's exactly. So you could probably name a person out there who's a fan of like Duke basketball. They probably also like the Patriots and a couple other teams.
And the Cowboys, yeah.
Yeah, so you could probably just check those off. But for those reasons, we got Duke basketball number 5. Number 4, Ohio State football. Which
surprised me. I didn't think they would be that high, but in our bulletproof analysis, they ended up being that high.
This is like similar for Pittsburgh. Urban Meyer, and he covered up for the Zach Smith allegations of just awful stuff, and the fans were all behind Urban, and just they win too much. They're annoying. Like it's incredible. Ohio State loves being hated, kind of like Duke does.
Yeah, I mean, I'll admit I am an Ohio State fan, but.
And yeah, I mean,
I am a little bit cocky.
This guy, I mean, insufferable doesn't begin to describe. Doesn't describe him. All right, so now we got top 3 coming up.
Yeah, top 3. The next one is another one of my teams, so I've got 2 teams in the top 4. Nice. All right, number 3 is my beloved Yankees, and I'll admit it's a pretty brutal fan base, especially because anytime you mention the Yankees, undoubtedly you will hear the number 27 being shouted repeatedly.
All those World Series titles you won back in like the 50s really apply to the Yankees.
It's history, man.
When you live in Maryland, you should grow up and hate the Yankees because it's so easy to hate them.
You know, the thing that really made me like them wasn't that they had 48 World Series titles. It wasn't even that. It was just that all my friends liked the Orioles, and I wanted to be different and go against them and talk shit. So what I do, I joined the dark side.
It's incredible. New York, they first of all like the Red Sox. They can buy whoever they want. They're again arrogant. They don't really know. Like it's one of those teams where it's like if you don't know anything about baseball and like you want to like be a fan of somebody, like I'll be the Yankees.
Yeah, I like the Yankees.
I'll pick the Yankees. Their fans are the worst. The worst people you can imagine are Yankees fans. So that's a pretty solid one for number 3. But now we got top 2 coming up. So
all right, just like last time, take a minute, pause the video, comment down below who you think it's going to be. Well, just like last time, we'll give you a hint. One is a college team, which is probably going to give it away, and the other one is a basketball team. So just go ahead, see if you get it right. All right, ready? What's number 2?
Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah.
And recently, a lot of people have become Lakers fans because LeBron went there.
And you have the Kobe diehard fan
Kobe
base.
stands.
Yeah.
Yeah. They think I love who's the GOAT argument when you just drop in Kobe because that's what Lakers fans will do. Even though he's not the GOAT, it's incredible. LeBron is the only reason people have bought Lakers fans or bought Lakers jerseys. The whole organization as a whole is mismanaged. So
and the fact that like you have a mural of arguably the best basketball player playing right now, and you just go vandalize it just because why not? And the fact that someone else did spend a shit ton of time on it, but
Los Angeles is a bad sports town. I'm just gonna come and say it. It's not like it's like Rams. When the Rams were in the Super Bowl, there was like 3 Rams fans. So I guess the Lakers kind of are LA's team, but that's not really saying much if you consider the fact that Los Angeles as a sports town is kind of bad.
Yeah, it's hard to be a... I would say that they're a good sports town just because you have great college teams, great pro teams. I mean, it's a good college town, just not a good environment.
No, it's all the people that live in Los Angeles are not from there, so they really couldn't. They always come in with like their own teams.
Yeah, it's kind of like being a fan of a Florida team. Like they don't have many of their own fans. It's kind of like they're just adopted.
Yeah. So that was number 2. Number 1 on the list of worst sports fan bases.
You probably hear this team's name being yelled out the side of a jacked up pickup truck.
Alabama Crimson Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Yeah.
I mean those 2 words really just say it all.
Yeah, everyone knows the Alabama fans that are obnoxious. I'm glad they got their butts kicked in
By Clemson.
Yep.
It's a whole combination of Nick Saban being so unlikable. I mean, he is really unlikable. They whine, they complain about like when they actually do lose. Other than that, just the consistent winning just really makes me hate them.
You know, Roll Tide, the whole saying is actually very impressive because like it can mean anything. Like your friend just died, Roll Tide.
Well, hey, yeah, exactly. It could be used for so many different things.
You just won. Alabama just won the national championship. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. So that is. Let's just run down the list really quickly. Number 10, Utah Jazz. 9, Dallas Cowboys. 8, Steelers. 7, Red Sox. 6, Patriots. 5, Duke basketball. 4, Ohio State football. 3, Yankees. 2, Lakers. And number 1, Alabama Crimson Tide.
There it is.
So that was our top 10. I imagine you probably a little controversy on these. So you want to?
No controversy.
No, yeah.
These are perfect.
I think everybody's in unison with these.
Yeah. No, everyone agrees with us and our scientific.
If you don't, let us know. We would love to hear from you.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments. Do us a huge favor. Like the video. Subscribe to our channel. And we'll see you next video.